Hello. So I wanted to come on here and talk about the Greater Charlotte Indie Bookstore crawl that we had this past month of April. It was my first time participating in a book crawl. When I was living in Orlando last year, they did have one, but I didn't hear about it until a little later. And at that point, they were running out of passports. And so it was towards the end of the month. I just didn't get out to go and participate. So I was so excited when they announced the one for Charlotte area. And there was a total of 22 bookstores, and I did actually get to go to every single one. A lot of road trips, a lot of long days, but it was so much fun. But I'll list them all here just so you can see them. And if you weren't able to participate or get to all of them, here's a list of all of them if you would like to go and visit another time. You can screenshot. But every single one of these bookstores except two were brand new to me. So it was really nice to explore like new cities that I haven't been to in a while or ever visited before. And all the booksellers that I met were so sweet, always giving recommendations and giving me details on like special events, book clubs, and author signings. Just really fun stuff happening in all these indie bookstores. And in a perfect world, I would have been able to buy a book at literally every single one of these places. And I'm sure some people probably did, which is awesome, but I just did not have the budget for that. So I did go into this very intently of not buying a whole lot of books. I had two particular ones that I knew I wanted because they were releasing during April, whereas any other book was just like spur of the moment. I decided to get it. So I will show you all my footage from the book crawl now, and it shows all the bookstores, and maybe I'll put like little tidbits from each one of like my favorite things from that location, or like just like highlighting certain things. And then at the end of the video, I'll come back and show you everything that I bought and kind of give out my favorites. Okay, I'm back. So I'm gonna show you the stuff that I got. Just like little cutesy stuff that I ended up getting was this little card and sticker. Very cottagecore, adorable. Got it more so for my Kindle if I switch out stickers. And then one of the bookstores, I don't know if you remember the show Busy World. Loved it growing up. I don't know how to describe the show because I can't remember anything about it except for there were animals driving weird cars. And I loved the worm that drove the apple, and then there's a cat and a pig that I really liked. But this button cracked me up, so I had to get it. Literally so funny. I don't know what bag I'm gonna end up putting it on, but because I use my bagoo, but is that I don't pay attention to what other people do with their bagoos. I don't know if we're like poking holes in them or not. So, but I do want to do something with that. And for books that I got, I did get Wild and Wrangled. I knew I wanted to buy this. I originally was hoping to get this at Trope just because that is a romance bookstore, but I had already gone there before the release date of this and just didn't want to take another trip out. But I did end up getting this at Fred and June's. Loved Fred and June's so much. They have so many book clubs, and I'm hoping to participate this next month. I'm just not sure which one because there are like endless options. So whenever I do a TBR video, I kind of like briefly touch on those. But I finally was able to get Wild and Wrangled. I have loved this series so much, and I was highly anticipating this read. It wasn't exactly what I was hoping for. It ended up being about like 3.5, maybe now more so 3. Like, unfortunately, I feel like it keeps going down. But overall, I've loved the series, and I was so excited to get this one. And I ended up getting Video Night by Adam Caesar. I am currently reading Clownin' in Cornfield in preparation for the movie release soon. I literally think this next week. So I'm very excited to finish that, watch the movie, and then get more into his work. This one just seems like the perfect campy horror book. So with this one, before the school year ends, they are going out with a bang and having one final video night with a bunch of their friends. And suddenly their suburban town is taken over by an alien infection. So yeah, very camp, creature feature type. It even mentions on the back like splattery and like making a homage to 80s horror. So it's going to be a fun read. And I'll be reading that one for horror bingo as well, which I'm hoping to start this month. And then I finally got the deluxe edition of Wild Love. I had been looking for this everywhere, and I knew it was available on Amazon, but I was really trying to find it elsewhere, like whether it was like on Pango Books or just out in the wild in an indie bookstore. And I was so glad I found it there. The week that I ended up getting this was the same week as Indie Bookstore Day, which was the 26th, and also coincide with, unfortunately, the same time as the Amazon book sale, which, ew. So it was just like shady timing for Amazon. But what do we expect from them? So I was just like over the moon that I ended up finding this at an actual indie bookstore. And then at one of my last stops, I ended up getting The Girls We Sent Away by Megan Church. She is a local author, so I was really excited about this one. When I lived in Orlando, I loved going to bookish events, and a lot of local authors would come and obviously sell their books. I love being able to support local authors and just having that closer sense of community with authors. So this is her second book. She does have another. I'll like put that one up here along with, I think it's called The Last Carolina Girl. And then she is releasing The Mad Wife the later half of this year. And this one takes place in North Carolina in the 60s, and our FMC Lorraine becomes pregnant, and when her parents find out, they send her away to a home for wayward girls that have very strict rules and a lot of mysterious things happening there. So I'm really excited to get into this, like see what this place is holding, the relationship with her and her parents, like how that shapes her reactions to this new environment and what she decides, because she's going to have to decide if she wants to submit to these new rules or fight for what she truly wants. Yeah, that's all I ended up buying during the book crawl. I had so much fun. There are definitely going to be some bookstores that I return back to. I absolutely loved so much more to the story. Fred and June's I loved. Novel was in a really cool location, so I definitely want to go back to that area. I hadn't been to Davidson in a very long time, if at all, and it was really cute there as well. So there's definitely places I want to venture back out to, and I'm already excited for next year to see what bookstores end up participating again and if somebody is new as well, because we did have a few new ones this year. If you're in the area and you ended up participating, let me know what your favorite bookstores were, what you ended up buying throughout the time, or if you just know of any other indie bookstores that weren't participating that you'd like to shout out, like please let me know. I always love trying out new bookstores. But yeah, that's all for me today. Okay, bye. Thank you for watching.